Well, hello. It's an important day here in Tennessee. It's a very important day here in Tennessee. Today is the first day that the first building, we have 3 buildings, a shed, and 2 houses, right? The first shed gets delivered today. And God willing, the first house gets delivered tomorrow, and then the second house, third building gets delivered early next week. Super exciting because this property is so ready. I'm ready for these houses to be here, right? I mean, it's a beautiful fall morning here. The sun's peeking through, and it's kind of the calm before the storm, really, right? Because it's a beautiful, all this preparatory work that you've seen in this previous video, right? Of all the earth working, all the moving, all of this, all the trees being torn down is all in preparation for the big thing of the houses being delivered, right? And so with these houses being delivered on these pads later today, and that's just going to be not the beginning of the journey's already begun here in Tennessee, right? But it's going to just be the next huge phase, because once that happens, there's so much work to be done, so much work by me, by Laurel, by whoever that's going to be here to be done. And I'm super excited about that. The other big thing that's supposed to happen today is, see that temporary pole for power? Well, we have a meeting with one of the guys from the electric company today, and hopefully, again, he'll give us the nod, because there's been a huge amount of stress around getting electrical here. Long story short, we have to have a whole new line from the main, which is a quarter mile down the road. We have to have poles put down on the road, easements, and a lot of this clearing was because of telephone power lines. Regardless, it's a huge sort of stressor, right? Regardless, God willing, at the end of the day, we'll have a thumbs up from the electric company saying, yes, it can happen in the way that we would like it to happen. And then we get power here, and that's huge. We really need power. As the sun blinds me, we really need power here, right? So that's another huge thing. So this is a really powerful week here in Tennessee, and super excited about that. So before we know it, there'll be one building there, and then the shed behind me. So looking forward to that. So the next footage you see would be of the houses, actually the shed and the houses being delivered. So super exciting. Let's go. Shed's coming. Look at that. It's being like slowly dragged by that tiny little thing, right? Hey, if that's how they're going to get these things down here, that's super fun and exciting. But as you can see, the shed, it looks like it's just slowly creeping down the hill. But this is the 10 by 12 shed. First thing to be delivered. The next house is going to be delivered tomorrow. So we're going to keep following this guy here. It's pretty exciting. is. Here's Miss Laurel Lee. There it is. Here's the first building in. The shed is officially in.
Here. Yes.
She's so happy. She's so happy to have. How's it feel, Miss Laurel, to have the first shed finally here? Look at that smile on that face.
Yes. Yes, we did it.
The smile is the biggest smile.
Step number 23A.
23A. It's the biggest smile I've seen on her face in a long time.
Yes.
So, yay for that. And there goes Caleb. He'll be back on the tomorrow to bring in the first house going on. Going on that pad over here.
Caleb created.
And oh, we're gonna see this anyway. So cinder block, you can kind of see it, cinder block foundation that this shed has been put on, right? So double up like that. So that's what keeps this thing nice and level. This will get fixed in time, little stairs. But so the shed, and then we've got this big cavernous 12 by 10 shed. Lots of stuff's gonna go in here, lots of big things.
Yes.
So there's that, and then tomorrow, the first house goes over there, so super exciting.
Yes, it is.
Yay!
Yahoo!
Look at this. There's a butterfly in the house. I mean, how cool is this? Hi, Mr. Butterfly. Look at that. Beautiful, yellow, amazing butterfly. House just arrived. First house. Next day, you saw Caleb come tearing down that hill. That was crazy. And as you see here, a little bit of a preview of what the inside of the house looks like. We couldn't wait to get in there. But either way, he's on the process of unloading that, and then he's gonna drag it down the hill like he did that shed yesterday, right? So it's exciting, very exciting. There it is. First house got delivered, super exciting. And we got the peanut gallery down here as well. There's some neighbors coming to hang out and see the exciting process of the house being delivered. But that's pretty amazing, right? I mean, that house looks pretty solid in there. There's Caleb about to put the blocks in to make it more permanent and just get the thing rocking in there. But it's level and it looks gorgeous and it's amazing. It totally fits the scene, right? I mean, look how amazing and beautiful that is. And then the other house, I guess it goes on this pad over here, and then I'll be coming in a few days. So amazing, exciting, super fun, and the journey continues. busy day. Yeah, we're finishing up down there and the house is installed. Look at that. How cool, huh? One more house to go. And as you saw some of those clips here of me helping Caleb get those cinder blocks underneath the foundation, right? Because this thing's up on foundation on cinder blocks, as you kind of saw us building that up. But either way, there's the first house. Super exciting. And you can tell I'm pretty tired right now. So moving cinder blocks is a hard job, but very important. So there it is. Yay. It's the final day. Well, not final day, but the third house is coming today in a matter of minutes. And also it's the second main house. Super exciting. As you saw in these earlier videos, like the last video you saw, I was just tired after a long day of helping the house get down here and building those concrete pillars, right? Like you see here in this video, me helping Caleb build these concrete pillars that the house sits on, right? So today's super exciting. Last building is coming. Laurel's super excited about this, as you can see here in the distance again. First house where Laurel's walking down, got the shed over here on the other side of this chert pile. And it's super exciting. In a matter of hours, the third building will be here, which is just the beginning of the journey still. And super excited because once that happens, then we can start building the houses. The appliances, we bought a bunch of appliances, I should say Laurel bought a bunch of appliances last week, pretty much everything that she needs, and so those are all getting delivered next week, which is going to be awesome. So we can do layout of the inside the houses, and we're really going to start cooking with electric. We're not doing gas this go around, we're just going to do electric. We've decided that propane in this moment was just too much, and so we got all gas appliances. And again, this beautiful house, I mean, doesn't it look like it belongs here? It just looks like it belongs, right? It's so cool. And so the other house is going to be going right bar on that pad, heart, and shed behind me. So yes, stay tuned. Here come the houses. Second house. Here we go. It's arrived. Slightly different layout.
Yeah.
Hey Laurel, so we didn't tell you we're only doing curbside delivery with this house. You're gonna have to now be responsible to get this house down to where you want it.
I think I'll just leave it here.
It's gonna be
perfect.
That's great because it'll be extra delivery charge for us to take it down.
Yeah, like about 20,000.
At least.
At least.
At least, right? Right, Kale? This is delivery here. Extra is to get it down the hill.
Yep. First two is free. I just got to say, if you
ever have a problem parallel parking, watch that man. That was exciting. It was so exciting to watch him like, right? This guy knows how to park it. Look at that. It's in place. It's now we got to put the concrete piers underneath that. But this man parked that perfectly right there on that pad. And I'll give you a better view of it once we get it all piered up. Let's do it. Wow, what another day. Hey Laurel, we have houses.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Houses.
We have two
Actually, I'm calling them wings.
wings.
Of the house.
So this is the west wing and that's the east wing?
No, this is the main wing and that's the studio wing.
Okay, so the main wing and the studio.
No White House here.
No White Houses. We got the wings, the studio wing and the main wing. And wow, what a powerful day! As you saw me helping Caleb move those blocks, we definitely got a lot done. And look at that! There we go. We got two houses and a shed, all matching, pretty. And another powerful day, as you can see, the sun's going down. And another day that I'm exhausted. I'm a tired pup. But you know what? It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Woo! What an intense day. And this is exciting. So I think tomorrow, when we have more daylight, I'll give a bit of a tour of the inside of the buildings. But again, look at that. Isn't that so cool? We have buildings. We have buildings. How flippin' cool. Oh, what a day. All right, as I chug up the hill to the bus to put some things in. Very powerful day. All right. Next clip will be is tomorrow for me. But we'll be touring the inside of the buildings. There we go. All right, next day, super sunny. This happy woman next to me
Yes.
has houses. All right, so Laurel, give us a little bit of a how are you feeling right now? But well, one, let's just celebrate too. We just had a talk with the electrical company.
Yes.
And we got the best news ever. So, yay! We're still waiting, but a lot happier than we were.
Right.
And now we have all of our buildings on site. So
That's right. Getting the electricity was sort of the last big hurdle to just being thrilled.
yes.
So now we're thrilled.
Woo!
So here we are. We're approaching. Yesterday, big truck planted the studio wing of the house.
And now, as you can see here, we have all of our houses in place. There's the studio wing to the left. There's the main wing to the right.
Yep.
And now we get to have the fun of building them. We're going to first do layout, and we're also going to be doing some moving in of things in the next few days. But now we get to have the actual fun of creating, Laurel.
Yep, I know. It's very exciting.
So
We ended up ordering what seemed like way too many cement blocks over there and then over there. But the truth is, we've used most of them, and you'll see that the piers are quite high
yeah, we definitely use
and
way more.
reinforced.
We definitely used way more of those cinder blocks in here than we were expecting, but it was a happy accident, and I'm glad that we definitely got it done. So, you want to take them inside and show the inside?
Sure.
Awesome.
I'll just say one other thing. See, this whole thing is on a very steep slope.
Right. As you can see, we're walking straight downhill from here.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to point out, Laurel, before we get here, is that beautiful guy Brandon. I'll show a clip of him here again. He did something really fun after we explained to him what we were going to do.
This is so cool.
Get this, and this is totally the God presence in this entire thing. See these little steps? Go ahead and stand on them, Laurel. These steps here. He placed these white stone steps
Yes.
before these houses were placed. And he goes, I have a feeling this is exactly where the pass-through is going to be. And Laurel and I were freaking out thinking that these houses would be too close together. But look, we have like a good 6 feet
Yeah, this is
of
what we
space
wanted.
between these two houses. And those stone steps there are perfectly placed for us to walk into what is going to be the beautiful
See what this is?
courtyard.
It's a courtyard.
It's
That,
beautiful. So this is building beautiful courtyard that's going to be
Mm-hmm.
turned into who knows what. And here's the other house, right? So
and don't forget what's in the courtyard is not only these trees, but back there is solid rock walls that will open up so we can see them. And then all the way around is the creek.
Yeah,
It circles all the way
creek-
around.
The creek sort of surrounds us in its
really
entirety.
beautiful.
So this is super exciting, and more of that will come in time. But this is just to sort of outline the whole housing document. And also, what's really cool too is like with these pads, now we sort of have somewhat of a dodgy path here, but we can still walk on this side of the house, and then also here, right? There's enough of a path for us to walk on this side of the house. So it's all working out in some
It
really
is.
fun and interesting way.
And
So
we'll eventually put lattice or skirting of some sort, you
Yeah.
know, along the bottom.
for the insulation. And then also I'll show this. There was a picture in an earlier video, but one of these I find heart rocks everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this beautiful, where are you at? Yeah, see, look at this beautiful heart rock right here. And,
and
I see heart rocks everywhere, and they're everywhere on this property, which is totally
are.
wonderful. And then you go grab the double heart rock, and then we'll go inside. But I found a double heart rock, kids. I didn't think this was possible, but hold it up, Laurel. So one side, look at this. One side you have a heart, right? There's a
Right
beautiful
there.
heart, and now flip it
And
over.
now, let's
We get
see.
another heart right here.
Where-
That's the top
right
of it.
there, okay,
And that's the bottom
cool.
of it. I mean,
Yeah.
how cool is that? That
Uh-huh.
it's a double heart rock. So
Yeah.
that's really cool. All right, so now
Shall we go
we'll head
inside?
inside and we'll see what the inside of these look
Oh,
like.
show them this porch, which is really fun.
Oh yeah, both these have front porches. This one's 4 feet deep,
Yeah.
Here,
sit on
and
the
then
porch.
there's Ma sitting there. She just needs to get her shotgun and rocking chair, and we're all set. We'll do that later on. And then we'll head into this one and see what this looks like in here.
Here's one other very cool thing. When you sit out here in front of the buildings and you look up, there's nothing but blue sky. And at night, the stars are amazing.
I'm sure they are. Look at that peerless blue sky that we have going on today. This is a beautiful fall day here in Tennessee. So
No light pollution.
no light pollution, no 5G either, kids. It's
No
wonderful.
5G either, that's right.
All right.
Which is really difficult and really great.
Yes, it is. All right.
So come on in.
Go ahead, give us a tour, Laurel.
Yeah, so come on in. This is the main house, the main wing of the house. And
And
you
so
can
we have a window right by the front door, actually two big windows right by the front
big
door,
windows.
and a loft space up above there. All right, and then what
That's
else?
right. And then there's a big loft space there, which me or someone would probably enjoy sleeping in.
Mm-hmm.
And then underneath the loft will be plenty of room on the left for some kind of storage. And on the right, there's a window, and that's going to be where the bathroom will be.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I think the plan is we'll have some form of stair to get up to that loft,
Yes.
and then over here we'll have maybe laundry and then a kitchen, but definitely open
Yeah.
concept.
The kitchen's happening somewhere in here, but the whole thing is going to be open.
Yeah, yeah. Keeping it simple, especially in small spaces, you want to keep open
Right.
concept and keep it simple. So.
And the flooring is going to be lovely. It's the fake wood, but it's very light wood with some knots in it. So it's going to be very light and very durable.
Yeah, it's a vinyl laminate, similar to what I had in my bus, if you people remember that, but like a light gray, click together tongue and groove.
That's actually why I chose it, because I saw how good his bus looked and I wanted that.
And we'll just go to a view out the window, and then we'll look at that. There's a view
And
out the window.
someday, all that to the left will be something covered up. Maybe that'll be a garden or a greenhouse or a pathway. And there'll also be the blessed electrical lines, which I'm very
Yay.
grateful for.
Awesome. So let's go check out the other house now.
Yeah.
All right. So before we go in the other house, we do have our storage shed over
Amazing
here.
Storage.
Oh my goodness, this is such a big 12 by 10 foot storage shed,
Yeah.
and we got to work on better steps here, obviously. But
Lots of room for stuff.
yeah, lots of room, big things. You kind of saw a peek of this earlier, but it's this big, very tall ceiling, lots of space, and a good echo in here, Laurel, right now.
Yeah, it could be my little reverb chamber.
It could be, but that's a good little storage shed here. That's the start. And by the way, all these sheds have, or all these buildings have G's at the top because they're a Graceland, but the G, we've discovered it has many different.
Has many, yeah, my name used to be starting with a G.
So there we go.
Yeah.
And so this other house, there's a creek back here which you can't quite see, but we're gonna have to obviously build some sort of stairs here because this is quite a bit of a drop from there. As you can see, Laurel hopping up in there. But now this beautiful porch here points out at this beautiful
is a bigger
scene.
porch, it's 6 foot, and I'd love to screen it in and be able to sleep on it in the summer.
And so out there you can kind of see a little bit of a dry creek bed coming through, but just this amazing view of just solid trees. And then there's the courtyard back over here.
Right, and you can see the layers of limestone rock, which is what makes the electricity challenging, and it's what made the digging so challenging. Huge amount, and we're on a ridge here, so there's probably even more rock than some
And then
other
so this one's a
places.
little different. It's a 6 foot porch.
Do not fall.
6 foot wide porch here, and then the door is offset and with the window here. So let's go on inside, Laura. Go ahead and open
Yeah.
up.
So this is the studio wing of the house.
And one more simple.
And just note not to step in what I've just.
And then so with this one, it just has two double windows on the left here, and again the same loft attic space at the rear.
Yeah, it all looks out on the courtyard.
And this also again has the beautiful view of this beautiful courtyard. And as you can see, there's the other building over there, the main house, and we are in the studio wing here. So.
And I will take out some of those trees, but not all of them, not the big ones, and even the little ones I'm gonna leave a lot and just kind of open it up.
And then what's the plan for this space ultimately?
Yeah, so this space is another sleeping loft and a bigger loft over the front, which we'll see, maybe that's storage, someone could sleep there. And this is gonna be very, very open. There'll be a bathroom probably in this corner, creating a nice little hallway here. And I'm always looking for reverb spots, and that might be a good reverb spot.
So give us an example of the reverb right now.
Tick, tick. See, it's got a little bounce. Not only that, the land has reverb,
It does.
which is wild.
It definitely does.
So,
Well, this is the beginning. We wanted just to document this before we got too far into the construction process here.
this is the raw
And
thing.
this is the raw thing. And it's got the, I guess they call it Gothic style ceilings here, so it kind of comes up
Right,
and
it's
creates
called
more
a
space.
lofted barn cabin.
A lofted barn cabin. And so from there, we're going to utilize all of that space. We're just going to sheetrock and insulate up to it. We're not going to shorten the height of that at all.
Right.
So,
And there'll be, what was I going to say? Oh, there'll be a wood stove in each building. Probably the wood stove will be here, and this will be cozy seating of some sort. So each one, I'm working toward being off the grid in that I'll have wood heat, and we're doing a rainwater catchment system because drilling a well is very expensive to impossible here. And we couldn't hook up with city water, which might be a blessing. So, kind of off the grid.
yeah. And the only thing that will be on the grid is the electrical, but that's being its own sort of problem, but we're getting it sorted out beautifully right now, so.
Yeah, but waiting for the electrical may be a little while, so I've got my, off the grid electrical thing going on too.
Right.
Cook stove and so forth.
We do. So any other final words before we wrap this part of the video?
I wanted to say one thing that you told me last night. I was starting to feel weird that I bought these because I was afraid they were just like sheds. And you pointed out they're actually overbuilt because these things have to come and they flex a lot. So they're very well built. It's good materials and they're well built.
Absolutely. And I'm excited to get in here and start the creating process with you on this.
Yes.
Yay!
So thank you for visiting us.
Woo! Absolutely.
Yes.
And so stay tuned. This is the end of this video, but this video sort of encapsulates. We thought that the houses
Stage
themselves had
one.
to be its own video, right? So after this, we'll see what's next. I don't know, but stay tuned and we'll find out, right?
Yes, we will.
Yay!
It'll be exciting, terrifying, wonderful.
All right, till next time. Bye.
Bye.